When you go in the kitchen and you find your child sitting on the floor, really not able to get up or to be able to treat themselves, that's a really scary thing.
I was diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic when I was a junior in high school. Sometimes I have too much sugar in my body, and then sometimes I have too little sugar in my body, where the body basically can start to shut down. It can be very, very dangerous very quickly.
It was particularly scary for me because we were sending him off to college.
In time he's not with me, I'm of course worrying that, do the people around him know how to take care of him when something's off with his sugar, and is he in range?
Literature was starting to come out about some of the miraculous things really that dogs can do.
She had seen service dogs being used for diabetes, and service dogs by Warren Retrievers is the one that started coming up most frequently.
So Service Dogs by Warren Retrievers, they came and met with us beforehand to interview us.
We actually had dinner with Sherry and Dan from Service Dogs. They showed up and had Paxton and a couple of other dogs with them.
Dan and I were talking at length about the right dog for Russ. I remember Dan asking Russ and Katie, have you picked out a name for your dog? They had picked a name, and Dan turned to him and said, well, how would you be if his name was Paxton? And all of a sudden, the light bulb went on that the dog at Russ's feet was going to be theirs. I'll never forget that moment.
Just the way that we gravitated towards Paxton, and the way he kind of gravitated towards us, without us even knowing that he was going to be our dog, made it that much easier. And then when he moved in, it was just, he was part of the family. Paxton is my diabetic alert dog. His job is to detect and alert when my sugar goes out of range.
The day that he became ours, they stayed with us for the next 3 or 4 days to help us acclimate to the responsibilities of owning him and how to continue his training.
When my sugar is off, high or low, he'll paw me or my wife or anybody really. He's equal opportunist. And that's an indication for me to check my sugar. If it's low, he'll actually do what's called a nose touch, and so he'll kind of just ram his nose into my leg over and over again.
So Paxton is what allows me to let my husband out of my sight, essentially, and I don't mean that in a super overprotective way, but knowing that Paxton's with him to make sure that he's in range and that he knows ahead of time when something's happening and can head off those highs or lows just gives me peace of mind and means that I know he's taken care of.
I was out cutting grass for my grandmother and left Paxton at home. We lived at the time about 5 miles from our grandma's house, and he pawed at Katie, and she called me and said, hey, he's pawing at me. So I checked my sugar, and sure enough, it's out of range, and so I was able to fix it out there.
It amazes me that a dog's sense of smell is that powerful, that far away they can detect a difference in a blood sugar and alert based on that.
Paxton is my husband's service dog, but for me, he's my fur baby.
It's just tremendous to watch him, by definition, not be on duty. His vest is off, and he will just go diving off the dock and into the river, chasing his toys.
His favorite toy is, I can't say it, it's an SQUIRREL, and so we play with that every day.
Having someone just to love and snuggle with is a wonderful part of having any pet, but knowing that that pet also is providing a huge service just makes him that much more dear to us.
It's just been amazing, and I can't thank him enough with plays and love and treats and all that to really express to him how much I'm thankful for him.